That game was so lit, though.
We had like 13 Jesuses.
And Mary was the ref.
Oh, yeah.
It was
That
crazy.
was crazy.
I remember at one point you and I stopped. We're like, this might be like the funniest day of our life.
That was a highlight of my life. Like, honestly, a highlight of my life.
Yeah, when I'm like 70, we're sitting there by the fire. We'll reminisce. We'll be like, remember when we played basketball against each other and we were both dressed as Jesus? Welcome back to the 6-Inch Podcast.
Welcome back to the 6-Inch Podcast.
The 6-Inch Sandwich Podcast.
Yeah, sandwich, yeah.
Nah, you'll never catch me ordering a 6-inch, honestly.
I've done it.
I don't go to Subway anymore. We praised Subway a lot in the last season.
I ate a lot of subs out west because it was an easy thing to bring to the bush. But
that's fair. But
other than that, I honestly
it's
don't.
mad pricey now.
Yeah, and I've just gotten bored of it.
Well, it's too complicated with all these fancy subs.
Yeah, man.
How you
much
doing?
Stuff on their menu.
How you doing? You're all wrapped up in your cloak, same as last time.
I'm dripped out right now.
I don't think we were as descriptive as we should have been last time.
What? What do you want me to describe?
So, just so you guys know, and I'm also cloaked up as well. Ed has the blanket. It's a big ass fluffy blanket wrapped around his bod.
You look like you're in like the Passion of the Christ movie though. Like you look like one of like the Roman like priests that comes out and is like, oh yeah, just says so. I don't know.
Do you remember in 8th grade when we did Stations of the Cross and we had a Jesus basketball game?
This is what it would look like. Like this is what the drip would be if you were Jesus. This is what you would wear.
No, but you need to tell the people about that. I can't state that and then you not acknowledge it.
No, you know what was crazy?
The Jesus basketball game.
The Jesus basketball game was wild. We did the Stations of the Cross, and all the guys, of course, ended up being Jesus.
Yeah.
So every single guy had a white Jesus robe on.
Well, every 8th grade class has just enough guys in the class to have enough Jesus to make Stations of the Cross happen. But it is a Catholic school staple to do Stations of the Cross. Which
is there 12 or 11?
I don't remember. I feel like it's disrespectful for me to not know, but I don't.
No, I'm an avid Christian, and I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, I forget. I feel like that's honestly more of a Catholic thing, the Stations of the Cross. Too.
That game was so lit, though. Yeah,
that was crazy. We had like 13 Jesuses.
Well, no, it was
pulling
5
up from half.
It was 5-on-5, bro, and Mary was the ref.
Oh yeah,
it was
crazy.
I remember at one point you and I stopped. We're like, this might be like the funniest day of our life.
That was a highlight of my life. Like honestly, a highlight of my life.
Yeah, when I'm like 70, we're sitting there by the fire. We'll reminisce. We'll be like, remember when we played basketball against each other and we were both dressed as Jesus?
It was so weird when I was teaching there to just be in the gym. Like I hadn't seen like the gym with all those with the basketball rims in a while. It had been a while.
Did it feel small?
It did, and I took shots, and I was like, "This is so strange." I remember doing this when I was in 8th grade.
I would love to play some basketball there.
It was fun.
You know what my favorite thing was when we first became friends was your dad used to rent out the gym at NDSS.
Oh,
that was amazing.
Those were so fun.
Because barely anyone would show up, and you and me would just 1v1 for like 3 hours.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome. And yeah, no, anyone who did show up, it was like from my dad's youth group, which actually
the runs were fun because we would dominate.
Yeah, actually, I would have been part of the youth group at that point too. But dude, it was like us, and like if 4 other people showed up, they would use half the gym. Or we would play a game for like half the time and then just go 1v1 for like 2 hours.
You and I would always at one point in the middle of the game be like, no, we got to go do our own thing now. We have our own vendetta to settle.
Yeah. This has been building up for like 2 weeks of me not being able to play on a real rim.
Yeah, even if the OG basketball net at your house was tough.
That was crazy.
Homemade net. It was
half
probably
the time it didn't have netting.
It was 8 feet and 5 inches
no
tall.
Mesh, wooden, and when I say wooden, I mean like plywood.
Crooked
backboard.
Rim.
Crooked rim, crooked backboard.
But we were so grateful for that then.
We were.
Now
that was everything.
Your net is a little bit crooked and you complain.
Listen, man, it's all messed up, all right? I don't like it. It felt the rim got dented in.
Nah, the worst was my old rim. That was awful. Like it was fully bent like up 45 degrees.
If
I
it was
feel
at
like.
8 feet, you have to jump to dunk on like 8.5, 9 feet.
'Cause
That's how
it curves up
warped it
6
was
inches
upwards.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about this. I don't know her last name. You know that girl, the podcaster, interviewed Drake, Bobby?
The Drake podcast, I watched the whole thing. It's so funny.
It's just like cold humor.
It's hilarious.
It's so awkward, and she's so good at making it awkward.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but and I think she went to a Drake concert. It's Bobby Altoff or something like that.
Is that her name?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's her last name. I don't know. But she went to a Drake concert and was like, there's a video of her at the Drake concert, and she's like, you guys can't see me, but like, if you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. She's just like, I don't like any of these songs.
Just
She's
like-
playing a character.
Like she's up to no good.
Yeah.
But
Have you seen her? Have you seen the interview with Funny Marco too?
no.
Oh, that one's actually really funny.
Her Mark Cuban interview was interesting.
I
She
haven't
talks
seen
about
that
how
one.
she's like in debt from the podcast. Yeah. And Mark's like, oh shit. Like,
Wow.
that's not good.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just didn't want anyone else to own it. And he's like, okay, well, I can at least respect
I'm
that.
sure she just asked him to give her money after that too. She was like, "You got a lot of money."
I'm sure she's fine by now, but
Oh, that was before like Drake and anything.
I don't know
Mark
when it
Cuban?
was. It might have been recent. I'm not that informed. I
Oh, no,
figured you'd seen her.
she's making bank now.
Oh yeah, probably. But yeah, I just saw this.
She interviewed Yachty too.
Yeah, I saw this one meme of her where she's just dancing around. She's like dancing around because I'm an industry plant. Because that's what everyone's saying. Like one day she just appeared
An industry
and
plant.
she was everywhere. But that's what everyone's saying is that she's an industry plant.
I saw her first from the Funny Marco thing. I don't even know what she did before that.
Bro.
That might have been like one of the first ones she's ever did, and she just blew up from it.
I'm saying this to the industry. Feel free to plant me.
Yeah.
I'd be
Well, now that
down.
you've asked for it, they're not going to plant you.
No, I
but
know.
It's tough.
If y'all plant me, dope. If not, I'll grind.
Dude, listen.
It's the grind.
Which industry is this?
All of them.
Oh, that's just.
No, but
that
I don't
is
want
like
like
a
the.
demon.
I don't want like the Illuminati.
I don't
to
want
pick me
anything to
up or
do with
something.
the head of the music industry, whoever
No.
that is. I don't want anything to do with
No.
them. I'll say that.
Or like
much.
I don't want to come anywhere close to the Illuminati, anything like that, if that's even real.
Listen, dude, you got a humiliation ritual coming your way if you
This-
say anything crazy.
This
so-
is a tough subject, but
This is a tough subject. We should just delete all this in case.
we're not gonna delete it.
No,
We're
I know.
we've fully
The head of the music industry.
playing basketball with you, so I thought I wasn't gonna make it because when I found out you were coming and you didn't want to. Well, it's not that you didn't want to work out. You couldn't because of the heart monitor, which is tough.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
I ended up getting sweaty and gross anyways, though, because
Yeah.
Nate had to come out and
I knew
talk
right.
some ish.
I knew right when Nate came outside. I'm like, oh, Ed's gonna play.
I'm
Ed's-
not, dude. It,
You can't not play
if someone,
pickup against
if
him.
someone, bro, literally came out and was like, "It's funny because Ed can't guard me," and I was like,
right?
"All right, guess
knows-
we're playing." Like I
He
don't
knows
know.
how to get it out of you. He really
He
does.
does, and it works. It
He's a
is-
menace on the court, though.
He is a menace. Listen, dude. Anyone who's actually remotely competitive, if someone comes out and says you can't guard me,
Yeah, you.
and doesn't play,
Yeah,
you don't like competition.
I think he spammed about 200 hezzies in the span of 5 minutes.
He averaged at least 8 hezzies a possession, I would say. It was
It's
pretty
his
crazy.
move.
It is his move.
But he'll just pull.
he's just
He just pulls.
and then he would just drive or pull.
I
every
need to
single
get way better at using my size because I'm taller than both of you and I don't use it.
time. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't-
Pause.
Yeah.
Bro
Yeah,
needs to
man.
use his
You
size.
need to get better at using your size.
I'll
man.
use my size, but anyway.
Okay.
And I'm now realizing, oh, there are actually way more hours in the day than I remember.
Right.
But also, there are way more hours in the day than I remember.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can actually sit and read for 2 hours and still have lots of time now.
That's the hardest thing to do is to fill that void with something else. And when I say void, I mean time, because it's a lot of time. Filling it with something good is the hardest part.
Pause.
That's crazy.
It was something good.
It's
Anyway,
the hardest part.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I wanted to ask you about another thing. Did you see that McDavid showed up to a beer league
Basketball
game? No, he showed up to a beer league hockey game,
Oh, okay,
and he
okay.
played.
Really?
Guess what? They lost. They lost. Can you imagine? You're like,
Bro, it's McDavid. It's McDavid.
no, long day of work in
The
construction.
excuse is that they don't have the goaltending. That's
Yeah.
the excuse.
Long day of work in construction, and McDavid pulls up to your beer league
And
game.
you win. And you beat him.
You're
That's
like-
crazy.
You're like, we gotta defend McDavid. We got McJesus out there right now.
No, that's crazy.
That's what they call him.
No, I know.
We can call him a lot of things, but I don't know. He's an interesting guy.
He is. Well,
It's amazing how many other adults around his age want to talk shit about him. Like, I've met so many 25-year-olds who are like, yeah, I've just heard he's really awkward at parties and stuff like that. Like, what a weird thing to say.
he's one of the greatest hockey players to ever play the game.
Yeah, what does it matter if he sits in the corner at a party?
Yeah.
That's probably why he's the GOAT. He dips before you even realize. Like, he goes back.
Out.
Yeah, goes back home to his heated driveway.
Yeah, well, the stigma there is that I don't even know if stigma is the right word. Is that he doesn't have a personality whatsoever, and you can kind of see it in the interviews. It's like, but he's also just, I feel like, just not his full self in an interview. Like he's not his full self to the media, which I kind of respect if that's what he's doing.
I'm trying to think of another athlete that's like that. They're just really reserved and they don't feel like. Jokic is kind of like that.
Jokic is kind of like that, but there's definitely another one where
I think Luka is pretty. He's pretty reserved because he's very animated on the court, but in interviews he doesn't really say or do a lot.
Yeah.
No, he'll smile. He'll give you a little more than McDavid does. McDavid's just like so intense.
Yeah.
You can tell he just wants to win so bad. And the fact that he has Draisaitl on his team, if they get Patrick Kane or Jonathan Toews, because Kane had surgery and Jonathan Toews stepped away from hockey. If they get one of them, I think they'll make an even deeper playoff run.
I don't think they need more offense.
But Toews is a good two-way player.
I don't even think they really need more defense either. I think they just need goaltending. I think that's actually just the last. That's the final piece.
I think Stuart Skinner was pretty good for them, and I'd like to give him another shot this year. But
the Vegas tender was better though. You got to have like.
Hill was really good.
He was disgusting.
Yeah.
All the way through the playoffs.
Yeah, and they had Quick on the bench, bro.
Mm-hmm. They need that level of goaltending all the way through the playoffs, and they're winning a cup.
Yeah.
They have the offense. They have the team. They just need a really, really solid goaltender.
Yeah. Well, enough about the Edmonton Oilers, but
listen, bro,
I'm passionate about the Oilers because I love greatness. We were talking about Ohtani. We were talking about. I haven't talked much about Messi, but he's absolutely ripping up Major League Soccer.
Yeah, no.
He scores every game at will, basically.
No surprise there.
Well, what tournament did he just win?
I have no idea.
Something like
I don't
that.
follow the
But
MLS.
he was seen in the locker room just like sitting on his phone.
Of course he was.
When everyone else was celebrating, like spraying champagne at each other. He's like, I won a World Cup this year. I don't care about this.
yeah.
He's like, you're welcome. That was his attitude.
Literally.
But I love it for Major League Soccer. Like it makes it very interesting. And although I can't afford to go to a TFC game, I would love to go see Messi.
I was gonna say it makes it interesting to watch Inter Miami. Other than that, I don't really care about the MLS, to be honest.
Maybe we should go just to say we saw Messi play soccer. Because in 20 years we might
be expensive.
We might really regret
to
that.
go to an FC, like a Toronto FC game, and watch Messi play would be expensive.
I'm sure it's already sold out, but it's probably nowhere near as bad as the T-Swift tickets.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh yeah,
dude, like Upper Bowl is like 1,000.
Dude, the amount
it's
of
insane.
Words, the amount of words that I typed into a box
to try and win tickets.
Anything, literally anything to do with Taylor Swift is crazy.
Keep in mind that I entered for like so many people. On my mom, my dad, I entered the last half for Nate. There was at least 50 words.
It was so funny. Like I would look at my phone, and every 3 seconds, it's like Mayor of Clowntown has messaged this group chat.
No,
John.
It was every hour.
John, August, microphone, reputation. Just like dropping them every single hour.
Bro, I'm trying to win my girl T-Swift tickets.
Mean, Saturday, mine.
But the thing is,
can you release? Does she know you're doing this contest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's been doing it with me. She's the one who found it.
Oh, okay.
She's the one who found it, and it's in my region.
Okay, I didn't know if you were just keeping it a total surprise.
Yeah, we found another contest, and I've been using you and your family's names to enter.
Did you know that our entire family is right now?
Yes, she loved it. I had a group.
So
when your sister made the group chat, I was like, oh yeah, this is like way easier.
I like how my sister yeah. You're texting every single one of us individually.
And she would I would send it to you, your mom, both your sisters, and my brother.
Yeah.
Every time.
You're just not a big texter, so you didn't just make that and they make that next leap. Like,
No.
I should make a group chat. I should just.
When your sister did, I was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
That saved me a lot of time.
I like how, and every single word. At first, I understand now why she was doing it, but at first I was like, she is liking every single message that you send. I thought it was just like to be like, she's telling you that she did type it in, but she was doing it so that she could keep track of the ones that she did type in and that she didn't.
And there was a point where I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was responding to every single one with the Taylor Swift
Yeah, she
lyric.
would sing it. Although Marie got one wrong.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Which one?
It was the mean lyric.
Mean.
Yeah. But we won't call her out for that. But I'm pretty sure it never says it that way. But correct me if I'm wrong, Swifties.
Oh, all you'll ever be is mean. That's what Marie said. And B said the same thing. To the earlier mean.
I thought it's all you'll ever be is mean. Is that
maybe, I don't know.
all
was
you'll
like
be
one
is
word
mean?
That was off or something.
Yeah, it was just, it didn't sound right. And I was like, oh, like it hurt my brain.
You know Taylor Swift lyrics that well?
Yes.
Wow. Are you a Swiftie?
No.
Okay.
But I will.
Do you just know them because
I
your
will.
girlfriend plays the songs all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I will.
That makes sense.
I will defend her if someone's talking smack, but the one album, and this is every Swiftie will hate me for this, and I can't handle Folklore. I can't. It's the vibe is too depressing, man. It's just so like.
Well, it's subjective.
It's
I
so
think
piano-y
that's
and like sad and depressing. I just don't. The Bon Iver song, I just can't do it. It's just sad, man.
The Bon Iver song. I don't know anything about Taylor.
It's
Swift.
good. Like it's good. I'm not saying it's not good.
I can't have
And-
if you want me to have a conversation with you about Taylor Swift songs, I really am not.
No, I did not come on this podcast with that intent, but I'm sure my girlfriend will be
You're
very
just
happy
ranting
about
Taylor
this.
Swift. I'm like, all right.
You're like, all right, we're really doing that.
Yep, this is really where we're at.
I mean, I completely understand because if I had the chance to win the weekend tickets in like a contest, I would fully go for it because I know how much they go for, like if you have to buy them. And weekend concerts are like festival vibes. It's like a Coldplay concert. Coldplay concerts are insane.
Mm-hmm.
You and I need to go to a Coldplay concert at some point.
Every single pair of friends has said that at one time in their life.
But that was one of the first bands that because I wasn't that into Coldplay until you were like, I love Coldplay, man. In like 2015, Ed was bumping Coldplay.
Dude, I've been bumping Coldplay since like 2012 on
Yeah.
every single road trip that my family ever went on, which like exceeded week-long road trips.
Back when your mom would boycott songs because it would say lyrics like "one night stand."
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember, and I was like, I was cheesed.
That is really the one too. Like
I was like, really?
it was often one night stand that would be the reason that she would say, "No, you can't.
Yeah,
You can't listen to that."
she would hear that lyric. It'd be,
It's too much.
I respected her for it though, but I always be like,
Well,
Interesting.
It's because it was ones like that I was trying to like be like, listen, Mom, it's one thing.
no, yeah, I gotta thank your mom
First
though.
of all, I'm like 10 years old at this time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not in the market to be having a one night stand.
Yeah, you don't even know what it's. I thought it was literally talking about a singular nightstand. Like,
Dude, I thought she was I thought they were talking about I just stand for all night. I just stand on my 2 feet all night.
like I'm taking a
Don't sit
stand
down.
for one night.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie down or sit down
Yeah.
for an entire night.
You know what drove me crazy though, and it still does, but I've kind of gotten over it, is when people call it a bedside table.
Why?
Because it's a nightstand.
It's also bedside table is also a logical title.
No, bedside table just pisses me off. It sounds
It's
dumb.
a bedside table. It's literally beside your bed.
Do you like my bedside table? It's literally a protein box.
I've been there. Dude,
It's 15 pounds of chocolate cake flavor protein.
that is 15 pounds?
Yes.
Bro,
Well,
why,
my
why do
mom-
you have that much?
Dude, my mom and I already went through 15 pounds of vanilla
I think, dude, there has never been a time
where I don't have protein.
that I have known Nick, and he hasn't had like excessive amounts of protein just sitting around this house.
Yep.
Do you go through it?
Oh, yeah. I still eat it
It's
all the time.
crazy. Like it's always everywhere.
I've got all these different flavors. I think I gave you the rest of the mint chalk,
Yeah.
but I've got mint choco. It's a different thing. Like it's like their dessert, so it's meant to. It's better in like those shakes with ice. Went crazy.
Oh, I'm still making.
Right now is probably a good time to roll into the sponsor of today's video. Thank you to the sponsor of today's episode. BetterHelp is an online therapy service that with just a short series of questions cater a therapist to your specific needs. I personally went through the sign-up process and can't stress enough just how easy it is to get started.
BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call.
And again, that's BetterHelp. Better H-E-L-P. With BetterHelp, you can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you with more scheduling flexibility and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/the6man. That's betterhelp.com/THE6IXMAN.com. The flavor's kind of different though.
The thing
It's
is,
not
dude,
as
like,
good.
if you can make it taste better, why would you not make it taste better?
Yeah.
Let me just drink this with warm water and powder. And
If
put it
if
together.
you're trying to be quick, I get it.
Well, like, why? Why do you need to be quick?
Just like
Why does this need to be a super quick process for you? Why does
'Cause-
it need to be efficient?
Why I don't need to sit and enjoy everything. I'm a busy guy.
Doing what? You're drinking. You're drinking something. You could take that with anything you're doing.
But if I worked out and I'm like, okay, I gotta go do other stuff. You just make
Like what?
make a protein shake, crush it, and then I can just wash my cup right away, put it in to the drying rack, and then I'm good. I don't need to think about it.
You know what?
Just like, dude,
I'm not going to enjoy this.
yeah,
I'm just going to slug it back. Even though I could enjoy it, it would take like another 5 seconds to enjoy this. But I got to go work at my computer, so I definitely don't want to take a drink.
why go
along
through
with
the
me.
trouble of enjoying it when you can scarf it
when
down?
you cannot enjoy
when
it?
you can
Facts. You know what?
funnel it down
You know
your
what?
throat.
You
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? You have me beat.
Yeah.
Why would you go through the trouble of enjoying it when you could not enjoy it?
Yeah.
Fair point.
I used to be that way with food too. Like I knew I had to eat so much, and the only way I could eat the amount that would allow me to gain weight is
you
if I
did
ate it
purely based off of efficiency.
like speed. Dude, I would be hurting.
Yeah.
I remember I would come home from swim practice and eat an entire pan of lasagna in one sitting.
It's crazy because you
Like-
were living my dream. Like, if
Yeah.
I could just come home and just know that I needed to eat an entire pan of lasagna.
And I wouldn't gain a pound. Not a. I was still 6'2", 130 pounds at the time.
That is a crazy thing. That
Yeah.
that was your weight and height at one point.
Yeah.
That is
No, I
absurd.
still feel skinny though. That's the thing is I don't feel like I'm a regular build, but I am.
Yeah, I think now you have been a regular build for a while.
I know it's just weird.
You don't look skinny to me.
I mean, I want to be more defined, but that'll come with time and effort.
Yeah.
So
Used to be skinny, but you're not skinny.
I thought you were gonna be like, you definitely used to be more toned.
Yeah.
So I told you I was watching Goon. Goon embodies everything that's toxic about hockey culture, like the fighting, like all of that. And it's not a good movie at all. It's terrible. And there's a point where he asks him what jersey number he wants, and his buddy's in the stands, and he's like, "Pick number 69. It'll be hilarious." So he does. He picks 69, and I'm sitting there watching with my mom, and she goes, "Why is 69 hilarious?"
There's no way.
No, I got way more context for this because it gets way funnier. So I explain it. I'm like, "Mom, it's like the sex position," and she kind of just didn't answer me. But something about my mom is her email, and I won't say her full email, but it contains yada 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 69 at gmail.com. And I'm like, "Oh, Mom, your email is so tough." And she's oblivious to it. And her asking that proved it. It's the year she was born.
Oh, okay. I was like, of all years, why would you pick, of all numbers, why would you pick 69?
She was
Even
born.
if you didn't know, I just happened to pick 69. But
Bro,
that makes sense.
She doesn't know.
How? Like, that's
don't
not a
know,
new
man.
thing. I don't think that is a new thing at all.
I think it is new-ish.
I think that's.
I
been
don't
around
think
for a
they were
long
calling
time.
it 69 back then.
I
Maybe
wonder
it
if
was-
my parents know. I'm not gonna ask them, but I wonder if my parents know.
I feel like it'll come up at some point. There's like
I hope
nothing.
it doesn't.
There's nothing that at this point we don't talk about in front of your parents. I feel
Yeah,
like
it is. It is pretty crazy.
it's shockingly open. Like if you had told me that in 8th grade, I would have talked to your family as well as your sisters about some things. But to be fair, your sister, she just needs to know. She has a
She just has
compulsive
to know
need.
everything,
She's
like-
like, it was your fault. It was 100% your fault.
Yeah.
You were like that thing you told me or something, and she's like what? And I was like, oh no.
Yeah, and
And I was like, I was
oh,
like
yeah,
fully
never- I
prepared to
should've
not
said
say
that.
anything.
She's gonna get it out of you.
And she got it out of you. She got it out of you.
Oh yeah.
And then you were like, she's like, is it related to this? And you're like, kinda. And I'm like, why are you giving her hints? We're supposed to.
No, and there was one point
deflect.
where I was like, okay, I'll give you a hint. And then I like said something that was
'Cause-
so obvious.
Because in a way it's gossipy, so it's kind of fun, but it was not fun for me.
See, the thing is, I wouldn't have guessed that. I honestly wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. No, but it was me explaining the reasoning. But anything, it's so vague that the audience is not going to understand. But yeah, my mom is completely oblivious to what 69 is. One of the rooms that I was looking at that texted me, which also, my hair's falling out. I'm so stressed.
Really?
Yeah. It was bad. You should
How
have seen.
much?
There's like bro, my hair is like, it feels thin. And you know me, I have thick hair. But I stress like to an unbelievable degree.
I would be tweaking. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because you get more stressed because your hair's falling out because you're stressed.
Oh,
It's
man.
just this cycle of your hair falling out.
I'm so stressed that my hair is falling out,
Well,
which makes me more stressed.
that happened to me when I first got out of the hospital. I was on this like blood thinner medication, and that was making my hair fall out. But then when I saw it was making my hair fall out, I got really stressed out, and even more of my hair fell out. So it was tough. And then like a few months later, I shaved my head. I think when I cut my long hair, I will shave my head again. It's just, it feels cool. It does.
Having a shaved head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I honestly think you could really pull it off.
Yeah, I think I could if I grew a full beard.
No, like with your beard now, I think it would still work.
Maybe.
Yeah, like you grow out your beard for a couple of weeks and then shave the nog.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but but like how I have my hair normally, it wouldn't take that long to grow back. So
What's your favorite slang for someone's head? Like noggin's pretty funny. Melon. Melon's a good one.
Melon is crazy.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
No, my one of my favorite slangs, and this isn't related to like your head, but it's like a thing that protects your head. In hockey, the
Bucket?
bucket's good, but my favorite is a hockey helmet that has the plastic guard.
Oh,
They'll
fishbowl?
call it a fishbowl, and I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Or they'll call it hair of lettuce.
Letty.
Some hockey terms are really funny, but some of them just drive me crazy. And we've ripped into hockey culture over and over. We don't need to do that again. But man, I could go on and on about
Some of it's funny though. Like some of it is. I've been around some hockey guy. Like I've been around the hockey guy crowd, and like sometimes it just hurts how funny they are sometimes, but how also awful they are sometimes.
Oh, they can be heinous,
Just
but
like,
there's always
I
those
can't
like
associate myself with you, but
yeah, there's always those golden retriever type dudes in the locker room that they're just there because they love the game and they want to have fun. They love their
Yeah, yeah.
teammates. Like you can always pick out those guys that they just want to have fun.
Yeah,
And then there's that guy on your team that always just has to ruin it.
yeah. And then there's
I'll cut out the name, but the one that literally he pissed me off so much to the point where I was like, if I'm ever on this guy's team, I think I might quit.
Yeah.
Like I might take the year off.
yeah.
Do you remember the skills thing where he broke his stick on purpose and like
No.
bragged about it?
No.
He broke his $300 stick on purpose, and he's like, "Hey, look, guys, they broke my stick." I was like, "Bro, I watched you lean on it with your fucking knee and smash it off the post."
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I never played hockey with him. I don't think. I thought you always played rep.
Well, we played down once I got old. Like once we were older. Like, this was my last couple of years. But
I never really saw that side of him.
Yeah, I never really got that into. I started late with hockey. Little
Pondy puck.
Pondy's fun. I'll still
Pondy puck.
I'll rip Pondy.
I need to rip some Pondy this year.
Me too, bro. Like, let's just.
I need to get real
gloves.
I need to get real Canadian.
We should. Let's. I'll let you drink your water.
I have mastered the art of swallowing without a whole lot of noise now. I used to be bad.
But you also mastered the art of swallowing excessively loud if you want to.
That's what I mean. Oh, if I can listen, man.
I remember we would sit at the dinner table and
I
everyone.
Can swallow, all right, let's just get that.
Ed can swallow,
Listen,
all right.
I can swallow.
But I remember we'd sit at the dinner table with your family, and you would be like, wait, and you'd have everyone stop, and you'd be like, guys, watch this, and you go, like, just.
Whoa! What did I do?
But.
There's really not a way to emulate it if you're not drinking something.
Yeah, drink water.
That doesn't sound crazy.
No, I'm not going to do it. But I've drank my 4 liters of water today, and I'll probably drink
4
more.
liters.
Light work to you. You drink so much water.
Yeah, I do drink a lot of water.
Although if I'm traveling, I don't like to do that. Like if I'm on a
Drink
bus.
water? Oh, because you got to pee every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough. That's what I hate. Having to pee and not being able to.
That was one thing, like when I used to take long road trips with my family when I was a kid, like if you needed to pee often,
it's rough.
My dad was going to be upset. Like if it was 30 minutes or less between pee breaks, he was like, you just peed. You just went pee. It's like,
no, I think, what do you think is a fair duration between pees? I think, because I never really traveled with a family as big as yours. Not that yours is much bigger. Yours is 5.
Yeah.
But there are more girls. So
yeah,
I'll take that into consideration.
Their bladders are weak, like really weak. It was every 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was told that girls can hold it better, though.
Oh, I have never experienced that to be the case. Maybe, actually, yeah, you make a fair point. Maybe they can hold it better, but it happens
their
much
legs,
more frequently.
I don't know. I'm not an expert on the subject. But
listen, man, I can hold my pee, all right?
Like,
out of the two, the least complicated body functions, though, for sure. Like,
it's pretty simple.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
How it works is super simple, and then the female body's like
There's a reason that when women tell guys like details about it, they're like, "Oh, what?
Oh, wait,
that's crazy." Yeah.
No,
wait,
and not about
how
their
many?
body. Not about that. Not even just about their body. Like they'll tell me stuff about my body. I'm like, oh, that's how it works. Actually, wait, that's.
I didn't pay much attention in sex ed. I was too busy giggling at page 62. I think that was the page actually.
Oh, I don't remember.
No, because in those books there was always that fucker that would write on the first page, be like, "Turn to page 62," and then boom, you'd open it and be like, "Oh, there's a dick and balls right there."
Yep, there it is.
Yep. Ugh.
No, it's so bad.
No, what age do you remember starting to learn about that?
You say that
like sex ed. I don't know why I'm beating around the bush. We're grown men.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't know. Like, so my cousin told me about it originally.
Oh, which cousin?
My male cousin. My one male cousin.
Crazy
no,
thing
my
to
cousin
say.
told me about it when I was like, I don't know, pretty young, like 6 or 7.
Is this the one
honestly.
that was a year older than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he just told me about it because I guess he had just gotten the talk or whatever. So he told me about it.
I also learned a lot from my cousin.
Yeah. And my parents didn't tell me about it for a long time after that until I was like 13. But I already knew what it was.
So just so you know, you have genitals. And this is what it is.
Yeah, I know, Dad. All right, I know.
Dad, I've seen it for 13 years. I get it.
Dad, I know what 69 is, all right? No, but so, and then it was like a long time after my cousin told me, which was when I was like 7. It was a long time after that my parents eventually were like, eventually we'll tell you about this thing and they didn't tell me what it was.
They
and so
beat around the bush.
And so for so long I was like, when are you going to tell me? When are you going to tell me what are you going to tell me?
What is it?
And then eventually me and my dad went on a walk and he told me about it.
Oh, the walk is crazy.
The walk, bro. We went down the walk. You know where the shortcut is? We went down there and just like walked down Richard Street.
That's crazy because
we just walked and he told me and then I was like, oh, I already knew. I've been waiting for like 2 years to hear about what
was
this
that
thing
8th grade when he told you?
Or
7th?
I don't know. Probably 7th or 8th grade. Yeah.
Because That's crazy to think that in 8th grade, we became homies. And I'm like, was there a point in 8th grade where homie no, because I went to your 13th birthday party.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
When we were 13, I was in like grade 7.
No, you turned 13 in October of grade 8.
No.
Yes.
And then 14 the next year?
Yeah.
I was 13 going into grade 9. That is not a fact.
You were 14 going into, or maybe not. Maybe I have a year. Yeah, maybe I have a year.
I think
behind.
I turned 15 the year I started grade 9.
No, okay. Let's go back.
You went to my 14th birthday party.
Yeah, I turned
Probably. Yeah.
I turned 18 the summer of 12th grade, and then I turned 17 the summer of 11th grade.
Okay.
And then I turned 16 the summer of 10th
Mine is
grade.
weird because like I have
and
a
then
month
I turned
between.
15 the summer of 9th grade.
I have a month of every school year before I turn the
And
next
14
age.
the summer of 8th grade. No, I think you were 13.
No, I wasn't.
Yes.
I was not 13 years old going into grade 9. That is not how it worked.
Yeah.
I turned 14 in grade 9,
No, I think
15 in grade 10, 16 in grade 11,
If
and
you turned-
17 in grade 12.
But I would just want to point out, if you turned 14 in grade 9, you would have had to have been 13 at the beginning because your birthday's in October. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying too. I'm saying I was 13 going into grade 9.
Yeah, so did I go to your 12th birthday party?
No, you went to my 14th birthday party. I think I turned 15 the year of grade 9.
No, because I went
in
to
October
I
of my
went to-
grade 9 year, which was like 1 month in, obviously.
I don't know. This is we're gonna
This
have
is
to.
so stupid.
This is hurting my brain.
This is not important. You went to my birthday party in grade 8. That's the important part.
That was also. I remember when you first invited me. I was like, yes, like I'm in. I have friends.
I will say my birthday parties, they're pretty legendary. Like,
dude.
I've had some birthday parties thanks to my dad. Who put
That
in a
game
lot
of
work, and my
Manhunt
mom,
was
too.
insane.
Was that the time we went to the fairgrounds?
Yeah.
That was an elite birthday party.
That was
one
so much fun.
fun.
And I think that was when you and I got like really close, like during that game of Manhunt.
yeah.
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 Because I think at one point we were like hiding together and we were just like giggling and doing
Giggling
stupid shit. Because who all went to that party? There was like, I know Carter went. I know Will went.
Carter, Alex, Will, Isaiah, I think, Cole.
Shout out to Cole. Miss you, buddy.
Shout out Cole. I saw Cole the other day.
How's he doing?
He's at Tim's. He came up and said hi. I haven't seen him in a long
I
time.
love
I've
Cole.
seen
I
him every
miss
once in a
him.
while, but
I don't think you'd recognize me, honestly.
he probably recognizes you.
Really? I don't think I look recognizable.
You are a goofy looking fella, all right?
Yeah, no amount of hair or
stand
goatee can hide this nose.
You
That's
stand
for
out.
sure.
You would know who you are. You would know who you are.
Yeah.
Or he would maybe think you're Zlatan, but I don't know. Or Getty Lee.
No, I don't look like that guy.
Yes, you do, bro. Yes, you do. Not that old.
He's
like he's old.
his pointy ass soul patch thing. That's
He's
crazy.
old. Like you don't look that old, but a younger version of him, that's what you look
Okay,
like.
we'll pull up young photos of him.
Anyone who's listening, look up Getty Lee from Rush. That's what this guy looks
Because
like.
when you told me
but a
that, I
little
was
bit
like,
darker.
oh, I know the lead singer of Rush. I just didn't know his name.
Yeah. Dude, that's what you look. The picture you sent me, I was like, that's Getty Lee without glasses. Like that's what he looks like.
Yeah. I made sure to find one without glasses.
Listen, man, I've been
then I sent-
compared to my fair share of ugly bastards, all right? Trust me.
I know. I remember I used to make fun of your haircuts a lot.
You used to just say that I had an Ellen cut, which was like whatever.
Was it not true though?
Yeah, it was true. I used to rock the Ellen cut for sure.
Ellen, Miley, like that type.
I cut it shorter now, but I
that type
definitely used to rock the Ellen cut for sure.
Yeah.
But I will say,
Which
I've
that-
been compared
that
to
insult-
Patrick Laine, which genuinely hurts my soul.
The Patrick Laine is tough.
The Patrick Laine comp,
but I can see it.
really hurts.
I can see it.
really actually hurts. I think I'm better looking than Patrick Laine.
Yes, I'll agree.
If-
If I had to like kiss one of you two on the lips, I think I would still opt for Patrick Laine it would be awkward, dude.
Yeah, it would also be awkward if you had to kiss Patrick Laine on the lips.
Yeah, but then I don't have to see him again.
Yeah, I guess. But you had to.
We would have to keep doing the podcast.
You act like we haven't kissed before, bro. Don't cap.
That's crazy.
So
That's
you're trying to tell me that you leaning in to kiss Patrick Laine's goofy looking face.
Oh, I feel
Wouldn't
like
make
he'd
you
use a
throw
lot of tongue, and he doesn't brush his teeth, like something like that.
Oh, is a requirement that you have to use tongue?
I mean, I might as well go for it.
No, like no. Might as well go for it,
Dude, if I'm not gonna half-ass it, if I'm kissing a dude, I'm going to give him the work.
Say that one more time.
If I kiss a dude, I'm going to make sure he's like, he questions some things.
No. Say what you said before. If I kiss a dude, what? You're going to what? Give him the work. Say that.
If I kiss a dude, I'm going to give him the work. You want me to
clip that?
I'll clip it. Next episode, I'll turn that into a button. We'll get the buttons going.
If I kiss a dude, I'm going to give him the work. It's probably the craziest thing I've heard you say.
Oh, that's that. We went down a rabbit hole. Wow. I might have to trim that a little bit, but
that was crazy.
Listen, man.
How did we get from talking about my birthday parties to kissing Patrick Laine on the mouth?
Because I don't know.
I don't understand.
Well, that actually stemmed from me talking about kissing you on the mouth.
Yeah, which is a frequent topic.
So. It is. It comes up a lot, especially with me and my girl. She's like, every time I hang out with you, I know you're going to have to kiss him just as much as you kiss me.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. A lot of the jokes that I make without you present, I'm glad you're not present because they are heinous.
You're acting like, bro. You said...
Actually, I make some heinous ones to your face, too.
Like crazy stuff where I'm just like, I have no response other than my jaw to hit the floor.
No, here's the thing.
Pause.
To all the parents out there who have children who have best friends, just take what they say about their best friend with a grain of salt, okay? Because they will say some things that they don't mean, but if you take it seriously, you might question their sexuality. But I'm very comfortable. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what people who aren't comfortable in their sexuality say.
I don't think it is.
Nah.
Because people who question their sexuality be like, bro, I'm not gay. Like, whoa.
I'm not gay, man.
Like, have you seen the clip where the guy is like, sugar gay? And he's like, what did you say to me?
Yeah.
Sugar gay. Like,
classic clip.
That embodies a lot of insecurity right there.
Sugar gay?
Say it again. He's like,
I'll say it again.
I'll beat your fuck. I'll punch you in the.
No, he said. There's one thing that he says that always makes me crack.
It's so funny because I watched the videos like Cody Ko and Noel Miller reacting to it. Yeah. Those two are so funny.
That's where I saw that.
Maddie smokes. That video is iconic.
Yeah.
You know they single-handedly made that guy famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Maddie Smokes has a platform now because of them. Cody Ko's having a kid, or maybe he already did. I know PewDiePie had his.
I don't think he already did.
No?
No, I never watched it.
This is what everyone will say. I can remember watching him when he had less than 1 million.
Yeah, everyone says that.
I know, but I literally remember watching this dude in 2013. Like, it's crazy. I've watched a lot of YouTube. I wish I could have that time back. I spent so much time watching friggin' Vanoss Gaming, and I was never into Minecraft YouTubers or anything like that.
Yeah.
I occasionally would watch Sky Does Minecraft. That one, every time I clicked it.
That sounds really familiar.
That's the type of, everyone has some sort of content that they indulge in that when they click it, they like look around to make sure no one else is watching. Like for some, that's like a certain type of but anyway.
Bro, if you're watching that and you have to look around to make sure no one sees you, you're in the wrong place.
I mean,
what are you at a library?
Like, I think it just means you're insecure about what you're watching, no matter the thing. I am friggin' exhausted though. That 1v1 really killed me. Playing the games of 2.
Yeah. But
they're way more tiring because you're like, it's a game to 2. Like, I need to put in way more effort.
Yeah.
But I'll admit, I was sagging off of Nate in that last game. But that's not me. I was just being lazy. That's why I lost. But I need to be less lazy. Is there anything else you want to say to the fellas, the lads?
And the ladies? The lady?
Yeah, wrong of me to assume only fellas.
Nah.
Yeah, I've pretty much talked my brain to the point where I need a break.
Yep, me too.
But also, I'm overheating in this blanket.
I'm chilling. It's always cold in this basement, so I don't...
This basement is cold, but I like it.
Freezing cold. I like it, though. Yeah. I do actually like it. To sleep, I love it.
I just want to clarify. I would always rather my space be cold than warm.
I agree with that.
Because you can add layers. You can wear a blanket.
I 100% agree with that.
But outside, I would rather be warm than cold.
I agree
Inside,
with that too.
I'd rather be cold than warm.
I agree with that, too.
I don't think that's a hot take at all. Cold take? Hot take? Depends on where. Yeah, well... I think we can wrap it up here. 6-man podcast.
Austin Reeves going crazy.
But it's like anytime a guy like Austin Reeves excels, you just never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Like in a year, people are gonna hate him because the media is just like on him.
Yeah.
They're on his meat.
Yeah.
Good player.
Which I don't like. I don't like that. That's the reason that you don't like a player.
Well, the media like fully controls it, and
Yeah,
I'm just like,
it's stupid.
I wish I could.
Don't let the media control you.
I wish I could escape it. But no, the media has their own agendas. Like look at them just picking apart the James Harden Embiid situation like crazy right now. Like they want the drama.
Mm-hmm.
They want it. They want to see Harden talk more smack about Daryl Morey. They want Embiid to request a trade. And honestly, I do too. Because Embiid to New York, that would be a great way to unload Randall. I'll tell you that. I do. I absolutely want to unload Randall.
You want to unload him?
But yeah, we said we were going to wrap up. We're almost to an hour here. Anything you want to say to the people other than to keep being the people?
Keep being the people.
Keep being the people. That's what we do.
On the gang.
On the gang. I miss the gang.
I miss the gang, man.
Dude, sometimes I just at night I sit and look at the ceiling and I'm like,
Reminisce on the gang.
I miss the good old days
Man.
when the gang was in my life.
The gang.
The gang's a positive thing.
Rest in peace.
Rip the gang. We miss the gang.
The gang.
All right. That has been a podcast. 6-inch.
6 inches a pod
6 inches away
from
each other.
Yeah. Sure, man.
All right. Podcast.
P.